hours because you have to balance so many things. But if you take time out for yourself, I feel that this gives you special time to talk things over with God. That's 30 minutes by yourself while you're walking. You can walk with your spouse. It allows you to talk to your spouse. You can deal with home problems. And I think that's very important to your spiritual and your physical health. You got to take time out for yourself. And that is very, very important. And a lot of times we don't do that because we are so consumed by everybody else's problems. And I do understand that. I grew up in a minister's home, and I was one of those children that I didn't know where my daddy was. No, he was at the church, building the church, pastoring the church, doing all the things that Bishop Smith spoke about. But you got to take time out for yourself and your family. It's very, very, very important. One of the other things that you need to know as far as prevention is you need to know your family history, because that will help you seek a physician. If you know that somebody in your family has had heart disease, or somebody in your family has been diabetic, or somebody in your family has high blood pressure, you know that you need to be on the lookout and the watch out for those things in you. That's why it's so important for you to take care of yourself. You need to know your body. One of the things that I try to keep in mind every time I see a patient, and all my patients are over 20 years old. I mean, I take care of adults all day long. And the thing is when they come in and they say, something isn't right, and I agree with Bishop Smith, you need to come to the doctor before that. But know your body. Because if a lot of patients come in and they'll say, you know, I've been having indigestion for 3 weeks, and it only happens when I walk up the steps carrying a load of laundry. Not associated with when they eat. They know something is wrong, and they know that this isn't my typical self, and they come to me. But know your body, learn your body, you know? As far as cancers, prevention, that's important to know your body. Listen to your symptoms. How many of you know that especially in women, and I see a lot of women in my practice, is that heart attacks don't necessarily always present with chest pain. People think that they're going to have chest pain and they're going to go crash into the floor. That's the cardinal sign. Everybody's going to know it's a heart attack and they're going to get taken care of. Sometimes heart disease can present itself with just a change in your tiredness, fatigue. Something is just not right with yourself and your person. In women, we present totally different than men. Men usually do have some type of chest pain, but sometimes in women it's just shortness of breath. We walk from here to the mailbox, and we've done that for years, and all of a sudden over the last 2 weeks, my breathing is getting heavier, doctor. Something has changed. Know your body. It's very important. Yes, you can have, you know, I tell folks, what are the classic signs of heart disease? Everybody should know this. You know, it usually is chest pain, but it's usually associated with shortness of breath. People break out in a cold sweat. They can get sick to their stomach. Those are all very important things to know. But remember, not everybody's the same. And if something changes in your body, you need to let somebody know. Diabetes. One of the key symptoms in diabetes is that you become extremely thirsty. You want to drink tons of water. You have to use the bathroom all night long. You crave ice. You're chewing ice all the time. And usually, patients who have new onset diabetes will start losing weight. They think it's a great thing. But the reason why is because your sugar level is so high in your system and you don't have enough insulin to use that sugar that your metabolism goes crazy and you actually lose weight. But you need to be very, very conscientious of your body and your health. Prevention. To me, this is key. I see so many adults, and every day, you know, I'm always asking them, have you had your flu shot? Have you had your pneumonia shot? When was your last mammogram? When was your last prostate exam? Have you ever had a colonoscopy? They look at me and they say, I knew I shouldn't have come to the doctor. I knew you would make me do all these tests. And that's because my goal, and I truly think that God uses me to help people. Absolutely. That's the way I look at it. My goal is to help you prevent from getting sick. Now, if you get sick, I have no doubt God can heal you. But you have to use wisdom. And I think that, you know, some folks don't want to go to the doctor because they do feel that God's going to take care of them. And I believe that. I know God can take care of you. But I also know that He wants us to use wisdom. And you have to use wisdom with your health, your life, and everything.